With that, Coach, take it away. Talk about this past weekend and leading into Saturday.
Yeah, coming away from the game against a really good team at Central Arkansas, just had some mistakes and that prevented us from, coming out successfully the way that we wanted to. And those are things that just got to continue to coach harder and to coach better, go correct those mistakes as we go forward, and coachable moments and learning moments as we continue to go forward with this. The things you just rattled off, there's positives from the game we were able to pull too. Right now we'll go back and talk about effort, talk about physicality. Those are things that we've done continuously as the seasons went on, and that's something that we did again, Saturday, and something that that's a must for us to continue to go on. But I don't fault our guys, our effort and physicality that we play with. And it's just continue to be clean and continue to build on the positives as well. There's some things that we've done in all three phases that have been really good that we can build on, and just continue that direction and that upward trend with that.
You talk about effort. You're 1-3 in the league, but the effort's there. You could easily be 4-0 as well. Just kind of, what's the mood like in going forward now?
Yeah, just motivated. And I mean, that's the one thing that you said here. When you're in this situation, your motivation's got to be high, your character's got to be high. Just because we're close. I mean, you look back and you just see, and you're probably now at 12 to 15 plays from having an opportunity to be that in the league. But you got to go find those every day. That's the difference, and that's what separates teams throughout the country. Whether it's high school, whether it's college, whether it's NFL, is finding those 3 to 5, 6 plays per game that keep people undefeated as they go on. And that's what you do every week is you show up and you go back to work, you work hard, you be disciplined, you be detailed, and you work to go find and correct and not make those or not have those plays happen where you're making those plays and those opportunities, because, again, you don't know when that play is going to be the play. So just be consistent throughout the game, that I'm locked in throughout a game, that I'm completely focused. And just being that, and that's something that starts back over as you go through the schedule. I mean, it just starts back over on Sunday, just as it did yesterday, and then it starts back today. Just about doing those things right, and then working our way into Saturday and going out and executing in the moment when it needs to be done.
Talk about being back at home. You got homecoming this weekend. Being back at home, where you 3-0 at home and won, I think, 15 of the last 16 games in the whole.
Yeah, so really excited about that. Excited about coming home. Excited about homecoming. Just the opportunity for former McNeese, all our players and students and administration and people to come back and just celebrate that. So that's an exciting time, and excited just to be back at home and play in front of our fans and our crowds, and just excited about that as well. But just homecoming is always a fun week, and it's always a fun game. Just because of that, because of the people that get back around, that truly care about the university and then the football program.
And then one more for me before we open it up. The last 3 games, Cody and Tyron have just been an amazing connection. Just talk about those two together.
Yeah, I think it's just progression, as the seasons went on. Again, with you're in a first-year install and all that with an offense and a defense and special teams. So just guys just continue to get more familiar with and comfortable with and understanding of how the scheme is executed. And that's something, those guys have been able to do along with some other guys. And, so we've been able, those are some positives we can pull and just be better. And, just that's the business we're in. We're in the get better business. Every day, every week, you got to get better. And you got to show up. And how do you do that? It's by work. It's by meaningful reps, by having a purpose when you get out on the field, having a purpose when you step in a weight room, having a purpose when you go to class, when you show up in this building, that everything's, about getting better.
Coach, what's your level, if you have any, of concern with the pass defense and giving up, fair amount of big plays, a lot of passing yards, especially with a team like Houston Baptist coming in that loves to pass it a lot?
Yeah, I mean, just understanding, what we have given up the last couple of weeks, and understanding with, Houston Baptist coming in and what they do offensively, and just got to go back to to being really good with our scheme and just making sure we're in the right situation and the right calls. Just go back to alignment and assignment. And it just our guys continue to play hard, and that's the one thing we do. We've got some guys over there that are playing really hard in some roles that they've been forced into due to injury. But just continue to play with great effort, continue to play with a great physicality, on that side of the ball, and that's something we'll continue to do.
You talk about mistakes. Are you seeing the same mistakes over week and week? Are you seeing new ones, or? Because I would imagine the frustration would be seeing the same ones.
Yeah, no, it's not the same ones. It's just the critical mistakes. I mean, you just take this past weekend. We've been sound in special teams, and we have a bad snap. And then we fumble one on the kickoff. Just give those guys an opportunity. Great field position right there. So it's not the same mistakes. That's the one positive on that. It's not repeat things that continue to show up. It's just things have just shown up in a different manner, different form, just like those things I just mentioned. But you just go back; those are controllable things, and where you just got to be focused and just got to go out and do the skill that we've done and that those kids have put on tape to do and do it at a high level.
Cody, it seems like this week and the week before, when he scrambled, he's still looking downfield. I know a couple of times it looked like he was going to take off, but he dumped it off. And has he progressed enough to the point where now when he is running, he's looking to still make the big play?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something he's done well over the last couple of weeks. He's just done a great job as when things around him, when things around him kind of crumble, he has an opportunity to get out and avoid things. And then within that, his eyes have been able to stay downfield and keep his eyes up, kind of scrambling to throw, just confidence in his ability. Just comfortable, and again with him, it's what I said, early on, just every rep that he continues to take in practice and then every snap he takes in a game is just gaining him more experience. So you're just seeing a guy that's starting to get more and more game snaps under his belt, and starting to feel more comfortable, obviously with the scheme and in the situations that he's put in.
Through 7 games and all the film analysis, are you coming away with the opinion that the opponent is more within? I mean, the mistakes.
Yeah.
McNeese is really having to overcome themselves before really the opponent.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing you go back when I talk about those 12 to 15 plays. I mean, you lessen and eliminate that. The chance that we come out successful is probably high, and and that's something. And we just talk about it, going back and focus on ourselves, go back and go back and correct and fix those mistakes. So they just don't show back up. And that's the thing is like anybody. It's hard enough to win on Saturdays as is. When you go out and you create. Anything that puts you in an adverse situation that you create, and especially when they're good football teams. I mean, that's the thing. You look at Sam Houston, ranked opponent. You look at Central Arkansas, ranked opponent. So 2 really good football teams that you just can't go make mistakes against, and put yourself behind the 8 ball, so to say, and do those things and expect to come out with a win.
Last week against Southeastern, they like to bring pressure. You were able to limit the sacks. This week, 6 sacks Central Arkansas had. Looking at the film, what were the root causes of the 6 sacks?
Some of it was just the back end. They did a good job on the back end stuff, and some of it just got to continue to get better and not give up those sacks. But I mean, just kind of a combination of right there were really the cause of that.
And Coach, just 0-3 so far this season on the road, a pretty long losing streak dating back to last year. Is it like the long trips? Like, what have kind of led to the struggles on the road so far this season, do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I know those are long trips, but you just go back and it's going to fall under that same realm. I mean, you got to go play as a team. You got to go be disciplined. You got to go be detailed, and you got to go execute. And that's what it comes back to. And those are the things that we got to do. Those are the things that we're coaching. Those are the things we're teaching. Those are the things we're preaching. And those are the things we got to continue to do. Because we got more road trips coming up as the season goes on. Just being really motivated. and putting our head down, go back to work, and when at home and or on the road. I mean, you got to go play well and do those things, especially when you're on the road.
To follow up on that, will it help? I know it's not this week, but the last 3 games on the road are all much shorter. I want to say 3 hours is the longest trip. Will that help at all as far as maybe not having to have such a long trip?
I mean, possibly. Possibly it will. I think anytime you go on a trip and it's shorter than longer, I think it benefits you, for numerous reasons. But still at the end of the day, you got to go, control those controllable deals. Whether it's a hour, 15-minute trip or a 6-hour trip, you still got to go play well. You still got to go execute. Still got to be locked in and play together.
And also last week, down 9, I mean, you needed points and everything. Just the decision to go forward and not just take the field goal and onside kick, I guess, what kind of led to that?
Yeah, well, it was a 2-possession game, and you knew you were going to have to get points one way or the other, and just at that moment, we just felt good about the calls, and that was the decision that I made. Was to do that, was try to get the points right there rather than kick it, and then try to come down, get the onside, and get whatever yards for Bailey to have a chance for a shot.
You mentioned earlier about Kobe Burton being out. Best cover, all South Conference defensive back, cornerback. In a way, he's your shutdown guy. He can shut down, depending on the matchups, half the field. Did you think that it would have this much of an impact, or has it had that much of an impact? In particular, the explosive plays.
Yeah, I think anytime you lose guys of that caliber, really good players and especially starters, I think it's got an opportunity to impact you, and we've felt a little bit of that on the defense side of the ball. You're down, Kobe Burton, you're down Poe, you're down Carlos Scott, you're down Colby Richardson, so guys right there that are really impactful. Guys on the defense side of the ball that we don't have, and especially across the board. When you lose, when you're setting, you don't got those starters out there, and the next guys are having to play. It's got an opportunity, for those things to impact you like that. The one thing I credit is Coach Gush and our guys on that side of the ball that have just showed up and played. We've had guys had to move positions, to go fill those roles, and those guys are playing extremely hard right now. And we just got to continue to do a great job of just playing hard and playing within the scheme and playing with the physicality on that side of the ball.
Coach, in your business, you welcome high expectations, because high expectations means that the team and the program can achieve championship level. Do you find yourself now in a position where you just want to temper the expectations of the fan base and say, look, first year, install of the new offense and a new defense, nearly entirely a new coaching staff. Do you find yourself doing that, or you just try to go with blinders and the high expectations are there, and maybe right now this program is not meeting those expectations at 3 and 4?
Yeah, I that's the one thing that's was and is appealing about McNeese. It's a place of tradition, a place that's had a ton of success, and know those high expectations set out there. And there was obviously some, with the changes and everything, and just, where we're trying to set the culture and the standard and get it back to that. And, that's what we're in process of doing. That's what we're in process of working towards. That's what we're in process of, recruiting, guys that want to come be a part of a program that's traditionally, been the best and or, in the top in this conference. And that's what we're working towards every day and every week. And that expectation has not changed for us. It's a positive to have those high expectations out there. And same with us. We got high expectations in this program of the culture, of what is set, the standard that's been set, where we're going, the guys that we're recruiting right now, the level of guys that we're able to recruit, and we're excited about that, and we embrace it, and our guys do as well.
Realistically, though, is it a 2 or 3 year type of process?
No, I wouldn't say that. We're 12 to 15 plays from being undefeated. So you're that close. You're that close, and again, it just go back And that's where you gotta find those plays, and you gotta find that discipline, within every day when you get up. And like I said, you don't gotta look very far to find motivation. I mean, there's a ton of them around everybody in this building to show up with, motivated, determined to come out here and get better. And we have a new standard, we have a new culture that's in place, and though when you set those are daily. And you got to do them, and you got to do them every day. And we got guys that are doing those things, and there's room in there for improvement as well. And those are the things that we got to continue to coach every day, and those are the things that we're demanding every day. And for the direction that we're going.
All right, Coach.
All right,
Appreciate
it, guys. Thank you.
I'm Sterling Gilbert, the head football coach at McNeese. Football is back, McNeese is back, and we're excited about this season. We have 6 home games. Bring your family, your friends. We have a family-friendly tailgate. Come buy your season tickets now. Looking forward to seeing y'all. Go Pokes.
Someone here at Circus Burger has been talking to the press, telling them that chicken is better than burgers. And I want to know who it is. Is it you, Bill?
No, sir.
Diane?
Wasn't me.
I know it wasn't Steve. He just started. You're doing a great job here, Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not big on pointing fingers, but it was definitely Bill.
Whoa, it could literally be any one of us.
Somebody did it, and I'm going to find out who.
What is going on here?
CBS Lake Charles and Energy Transfer are pleased to present you with the Eye on Outstanding Teachers Award for the month of October. And of course, this is for your outstanding work inside and out of the classroom. And of course, because of your teaching, it allows the youth of our great community the chance to grow and excel for years to come. So on behalf of CBS, Energy Transfer, and everyone in the Lake area, we would like to say congratulations to you and thank you for everything.
Well, thank y'all.
Round of applause.
Time to grow together. Telemundo Lake Charles 19.3 is here to help us grow and prosper in our Lake Charles community. Great things are coming to Telemundo Lake Charles 19.3 on antenna. Stay tuned.
Coach, obviously you've come from a lot of places, been a lot of things. What has impressed you about Lake Charles? What is work you got to still do here?
I think that I'm really excited about the passion they have for football here. You look at that first game against Southern, a packed house here, and that was exciting to me. Like you said, I've been in a lot of places, played in a lot of big games and all that type of thing. I love that atmosphere. I think too, it's defensively, it's a process. I think that we're setting the seeds for success. Right now, in the midpoint of the season, getting up to the midpoint of the season, there's some good things that we've done on defense. We just, got to close out games better.
How much is it kind of your mode to get the turnovers, but also the way you're playing is the attack to make big plays, but you'll give up some big plays?
I think that we want to be sound fundamentally in every position and be really good in our base defense, but have ways to attack people. I think in this day and age with the number of snaps you play on defense and the style we play on offense where, it's fast and furious and that type of thing, that, our job is to get the ball back for the offense to score points. We really harp on the idea of turnovers and, 3 and outs and those type of things while we're playing, fundamentally sound.
Has defense over the years changed greatly because obviously you're playing 90 plays now instead of, and how do you have to adjust to that?
I think it's changed a lot. You go back, even 10, 15 years ago, it's more two-back oriented, run game, power, ISO, really physical, run game, 2 tight end type stuff. This league's a little bit more balanced, spread and, tight end and, 12 personnel and that type of thing. But defenses are kind of behind the 8 ball. The way the rules changed, the way that they've allowed, teams to speed up, the game. the pass interference rules, those type of things. And I think you've changed the way you evaluate how well you're doing on defense, and I think it's not total defense, it's yards per attempt, it's how you do in the red zone, it's how you create turnovers, and again, eliminating explosive plays.
Obviously you came from the Big 12. You've coached there, so you've seen this before. But this is a tradition at McNeese of playing very slow football, and now all of a sudden you kick it into high gear. How have the kids taken the fact that they've gone from 60 plays to 85, 90 plays?
I think that really what it kind of mirrors is your depth, and that's a little bit of an issue that we have in certain positions on defense at this point in time. Particularly up front, I think we're okay up front. We got a little bit of depth up front, so we've been able to roll guys in. And part of game management as a defensive coordinator, when they sub, you got to sub, and that allows you to kind of get them to slow down, maybe get an idea of formation and those type of things. And I think so. You got to be really sharp. It's changed, in that sense too. That you're watching what they do, and you got to react to who they put in, and sub and all those different types of things to get your guys fresh and to be able to match up, on defense and to what personnel they're bringing in.
Obviously, defensive line, like you said, is one of your biggest suits. Probably your best thing you got on defense. Have you been able to control the lines like you wanted to? Because your defense has played pretty well this year.
I think we've really played well against the run. Even against Oklahoma State, the kid's leading the nation in rushing right now, and he had 35 yards against us. Only had probably 10 carries, but we got after him pretty good. I think that I've been pleased with the way we've controlled the line of scrimmage and the way how physical we are. We're a physical defense, and just like you said, gave up, and haven't been able to finish off games. Been on the field quite a bit, and we just got to continue to play the way we do, starting off, and finishing.
Over the years, as offenses have changed, how much is it that now you're reacting to that dual threat quarterback, and do you have to recruit different kids to do that?
I think that it's like people always talk about, NFL, college. I mean, it's a little bit easier to be a defensive coordinator in the NFL because you don't have the quarterback run game. You've got to really plan for the quarterback that can run and design quarterback runs. That's an extra gap. That's different than what really in the past has been something that you had to worry about. In today's day and age, sometimes you got to be able to move the line just to get your fix correct and stop some of the quarterback run game off the spread looks. So it is an issue, and we really we have a dual threat quarterback. We really have to go the extra mile to get prepared for it too.
Obviously, you're halfway through your season right now. Do you like the position your defense is in?
Like I mentioned earlier, when we had an interview earlier in the season, the main thing, for us is to win football games. And, from that perspective, we had opportunities to be 2-0 right now in the league, and we just haven't got it done. So I'm not happy about that. Never going to accept, that type of thing. But and I think too that our guys, I've really been proud of the way how hard they played, and the way they've kind of taken to our coaching and that type of thing, and so I'm very happy about that aspect of it.
Specifically, some of the seniors that decided to stay an extra year, they've really bought into your system. That's got to make you pretty happy, huh?
No doubt, and it's a process, and trust is earned, and it's a two-way street, and I think that going through the spring and putting the defense in and showing them. And part of it too is, kids today you gotta show them. There's not just a innate belief, that they're going to come in with. That you have to be able to show them exactly, hey, this is what we do and this is how it works, and they've got to see the results. And I think we did that in the spring, and we're kind of continuing that. And I'm excited about those guys and the way they bought in.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Griffin. Welcome to Legacy Jewelers. We have a beautiful selection of engagement rings in stock, but we also specialize in customized engagement rings. We love our Mignon Faget. She is Louisiana inspired, and each piece is handcrafted with precious metals. Ricky Parton is our in-house master jeweler, and he has served the Lake area over 42 years with customized wedding sets, jewelry, and repairs. Let us customize your special moment at Legacy Jewelers. Fine jewelry, Southern influence.
It gives us great pride to root for our hometown teams. It's an excitement that our customers and our local employees feel as we cheer on our McNeese State Cowboys. We live, work, and play right here in Southwest Louisiana. So from all of us at Cameron Communications, we say, go Pokes!
I'm Russ Silvers. You're watching CBS Lake Charles.